most definitely.
And y'all are sort of at a disadvantage this year because your numbers are low. So
Yes.
there's not limited pitching, limited substitutions. So those double headers can kind of get tricky.
Yes, I can.
So Nate, you pitched against Oakdale. What are some of the things you thought that you did good and some of the things you need to improve on?
Well, I definitely could have threw more strikes. Gavin was getting a little irritated with me. He's my catcher. But
A special bond.
overall, I mean, I had a pretty good night, but I need to be more consistent throwing strikes.
So 2 big district wins to kick off the season. No matter who they're against, the district win is an important win because, on the other hand, Harriman, which is a big rival in our district for Rockwood, they got beat by Midway twice. And they may have been down a handful of basketball players, but anytime you can pick up 2 wins and really be kind of 4 games apart already this early in the season makes a big difference.
Yeah, that'll really hurt them because if they even if they win out, they're still going to be 2 games behind everybody else, and that's
As long as you don't let them get 2 games even with you on Monday night.
Yep.
So you're 2-0 right now. We have Pigeon Forge on Friday, and that's going to probably be a tough matchup.
Yes, it will.
Pigeon Forge is a well-known powerhouse. They've improved their facilities. They've got a coach that tends to have a lot of good players come play for him.
Yep.
We'll say that. So a
Just
tough matchup set for Friday.
All around good program they got up there. So it's going to be rough. I mean, we're young, and most kids haven't even seen a true high school pitcher yet. So it's just going to be a rough game. And but if we get through that and just go play Harriman and get 2 wins against Harriman, it'll be fine.
So you talk about beating Harriman. That's been a rival that has been, it's just the Rockwood Harriman football, whatever it is. How has that gone in your 4 years of baseball at Rockwood? I'm sure you all both know the players on those teams, maybe friends with some of them. What's that rivalry mean? How's it different maybe from football and baseball?
it's definitely a big game. But every year in baseball, it seems like we'll win the first one, they'll win the second one. It seemed to happen that way every year I've been in high school.
It's hard to win at Harriman. Very hard.
Tough environment.
Yes. I don't know if it's the field or what, but I've never won a game there.
It seems like something always goes wrong at Harriman.
So coming into this season, like we talked about, a little fewer players, new coach. What are some of the adjustments you all have had to make in preparing for this season? And you're coming off a short time to practice because you both play basketball.
I mean, me playing basketball, this is the first year I've ever played basketball, so I'm limited on the amount of reps I have going into the season. Not having as many seniors that you can lean on more because we only have one, which being Nate, and so I'm having to step up and be a leader for everybody else, and that's just different for me. But I think we'll end up, by the time May gets here, we'll be a good team.
What do you think, Nate?
Which I think, well, that's having less numbers than usual. It teaches people to learn how to play more than one position. That makes the team more flexible. So if somebody needs to pitch, somebody else can just fill in a spot. It makes it easier for the team just to mesh together.
And we talked about some new faces on the coaching staff. One familiar face, though, that remains on the coaching staff, Coach Tim Treadway. And for those at home that might not know Coach Treadway, just been a staple in the program for as long as I can remember. What does he mean to the program, and just what does he mean to you?
He's great. I mean, we look towards him like a mentor. I mean, if we needed something, he would definitely do it for us. And I'm glad he came back for my senior year because he's great to have around. And I really enjoy him being my coach.
I mean, ever since my freshman year, I've called him Papa Tim because he's like my papa. I go up to him, I talk to him about everything. When I strike out or something, he's always there to talk to me about it. He just understands everybody out there, and he knows how to get to the young high school minds that we all have.
But you're going to cut down on the strikeouts, right?
Yeah, I'm doing good right now.
2 games in, he's doing it.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Again, our phone lines are open at 865-483-8112. Nate, now that basketball season's over, have you had time to decide on a sport that you might want to try to go play on in college? How are those offers or school visits going? Where are you kind of at on that right now?
Well, right now I'm kind of in between. I don't really know, but I don't know if I want to play basketball or football next, but within the coming months, I will have to figure it out. So,
Going to have to lean on Papa Larry and Brother Kendall maybe for some sound advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what do you think some of the pros are? Going and playing football, going and playing basketball. What are some of the?
well, I think both of them will be great experiences. I mean, you go in to play college basketball or football, you're going to get to travel and go to. I mean, you're going to get to go to historical places, and I think that's probably the biggest thing about it. That's not even considering the football or basketball part.
And have you made any visits for football yet?
Yeah, I've had a visit to ETSU. I've had visits to other small schools like Austin Peay and Tennessee Tech.
And a couple of sources tell me you like ETSU.
Yeah, that's
Got some family up there. Might have a sister that can take care of you, and some crazy cousins up there too.
yeah. My family's up there, so that would always make it easier.
That'd be a good time. Well, we wish you the best of luck in making that decision. On the other hand, we've got Big Gavin over here, the junior.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's time in the season, in the year where you've got to step up and be a leader. You've had somebody good to look up to, so the seniors ahead of you, Nate. What are some of the things that you're trying to work on to be a better leader?
I can't get as mad as I used to. I can't go in there and throw my helmet down and I can't shut down everybody else. No matter what happens to me, I have to be the person that the younger kids that can lean on. I can't sulk up and not talk to anybody. I have to always be there talking to, because our two middle infielders are both freshmen. And I've been trying to get to them saying that you're no longer a freshman when now you got to be a senior. You can't get more mad when you mess up. We got to lean on you just as much as y'all lean on me. That's
where do you think maybe that anger? I've got an idea of where that comes from. We won't say it on air though.
Yeah.
I think it's hereditary though.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that's not your fault.
Yeah, I mean, it's Aaron Evans' fault.
Is he driving the church van tonight?
No, never mind.
Yeah. He's off tonight.
Yeah, he's off. Yeah.
Bus duty tonight.
He had a doctor's appointment this morning.
Poor Evan. So, what are kind of the hopes for this season? Rockwood, a storied program. You see it when you go down there for home games. You see the banners, district championships, region championships, trips to the state tournament. As the program changes hands, I would say those expectations stay the same, although they may be a little bit more challenging.
Which our goal is always to dominate our district. I think this year our main goal right now is to be the regular season champs. But after that, we want to get some revenge and get the district championship in the tournament. We had a tough loss last year. We started playing bad at the wrong time, and I think we want to go back and fix that up.
That was a tough loss at Wartburg, against Wartburg, correct?
We lost to Wartburg first, and then Harriman beat us, spit us out.
Well, sour taste in your mouth, right, Gavin?
Yeah. It's brutal. Going and winning a district championship and then going to Wartburg and being better than both teams and getting beat. That's just hard to take in.
But you got to turn that and use it as motivation.
Yes. You're
So-
exactly right.
Gavin, you mentioned some of the newer players, some of the freshmen. I think Dakota Waldo,
Evan
Marks,
Yeah.
and they're playing up the middle. And
Yes.
those are two important positions to kind of be thrown to the fire in.
Yep. Yes, most definitely.
So how have you tried to, like you said, be a leader to them? And I mean, they've just got to kind of grow up quick.
Yeah, that's all it is you can't come up there thinking you're an underclassman if we're going to start you. I got the same speech when I was a freshman. I was having to catch. You just got to grow up, and you can go out there and do what the team needs you to do, and that's to execute every play you can.
And how do you think you've evolved as a catcher? You said you had to catch some as a freshman, and a lot of times it's hard for a catcher to get work in when you're having to do infield drills, outfield drills, pitcher picks, and sometimes you might get stuck catching up, or you might get stuck kind of. How do you be sure that you get your work in?
Well, our previous coach, Coach Witter, would always emphasize to me that I have to get my work in on my own time because we have to get everybody else's work in. So he'd always emphasize to me to do my blocking drills, do my throw downs, do everything like that after practice, just so I can get up to speed with everything. And I really took that to heart, and I did everything, and I think I've grew to be a better catcher as I've gotten in high school.
And Nate, you're probably going to be one of the pitchers that the team leans on heavily throughout the year. Who are some of the other players that we look to get action in on the bump and some time on the mound?
We got Landon Vitito and Nathan Smith. Nathan Smith's a sophomore that had a really good year last year. He's got a strong arm, and he should help us on the mound this year. And Landon Vitito, he's one of those guys that can get on the mound and figure it out. He might not be the fastest pitcher, but somehow he gets it done.
Whatever it takes. Yeah. Now, one thing that I have noticed that I've talked to other people about, in previous years you've used cards for signs, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, and you look on the grid, steal, bunt.
Yeah.
Now,
he's over there tapping
it's
his
old
face
school, and you've got indicators, and you've got first touch, second touch.
Yeah.
We still haven't figured it out.
How's that going for you, Gavin?
I mean, I missed a sign against Oakdale the other night, and Coach Lane was pretty fired up about it, but I think he realized that's going to be a learning curve for most of us. And even when it comes to calling pitches, I'm having to call their own games because I'm not up to speed with his pitch calling yet, with his touches. So I'm having to call my own game, and I feel like I'm doing all right at that, but
It's tough.
Yeah.
What sign did you miss?
It was a steal sign.
So you was on.
He missed that on purpose.
Yeah.
You didn't want to run the second.
No, I didn't want to get through out.
Hey, don't underestimate your speed.
Yeah.
Good adjustment for you, Nate.
Yeah, I'm still learning. When I'm on first base and he's giving me the signs, I'm just looking at him, acting like I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And you just hope you don't miss it.
Yeah.
I hope he's not watching. Y'all gonna be in some big trouble.
Coach Topher will be over here trying to tell me what it is without telling the first baseman what it is. I'm just saying, yeah.
Coach Cofer, great. Coach Cofer's go-to instruction is get your hips through. If you haven't heard that yet, get your hips through.
Mine is get your foot down.
Get your foot
Every
down.
time.
And his son, Josh, has also been able to help this year. Josh was a player on multiple state tournament teams. He's, always around the program. But what's it like having a former player as a coach?
I just feel like he's took the role that Hunter Grant had last year. He's a younger dude that a lot of kids like Dakota Waldo and Evan Marks lean on because he just knows how to get to you. And I think that it's important that we have someone like that around the program.
He's really taken Evan and Waldo under his wing because he played middle infield when he was in high school, and that's their only really main coach that they have at practice, and he takes a lot of time out of practice and helps them.
Now, is he Coach Kofer or is he Paco or?
We call him Coach Paco.
I just call him Paco.
All right, well, that's our first segment for the locker room chat. Our phone lines are open, 865-483-8112. I'm Chase Clem alongside Nate Brackett and Gavin Evans. We'll be right back.
At Earl Duff Subaru, our reputation has been built on taking care of customers. We're Tennessee's only 9-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. This year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. This means you can be sure you'll have an excellent experience when you visit our store and be proud you're dealing with a company that gives back to local causes. Read our online reviews and come to Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, choose the 2020 Outback with financing as low as 0.9% at Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
I was out with some friends. Nothing crazy. I was just out for some dinner. The pain was excruciating. It was like someone poured liquid hot magma into my mouth. That pizza was way too hot. I couldn't even enjoy my leftovers. Somebody's got to pay.
If you've been injured, call us and let us turn your wreck into a check.
Really? Again? Hey, if I had automotive style suspension like the new Simplicity, plus a free floating mower deck for the best cut, I'd be all that too.
Well,
And if I had the expertise and advice of his Simplicity dealer, maybe he'd look forward to hanging out with me.
you don't have a Simplicity dealership.
Good point. Huh.
Yeah. S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is your gift destination. Shop the new plush selection for that special someone. We have Bath & Body Works popular fragrances and custom gift baskets too. Live and Let Live has a wide selection of gift and home decor for any occasion, from yard flags to selected jewelry, plus much more. We have Big Orange giftware always available year-round. And don't forget to enjoy a soda fountain treat while you shop. Live and Let Live Drugstore, Gift Shop, and Soda Fountain in downtown Rockwood.
For 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods has been a leader in supplying the highest quality equipment and apparel for sports teams throughout East Tennessee. Athletes, fans, and coaches alike rely on the knowledge and experience that only Reno's can provide. For the best in team sports, shop Reno Sporting Goods.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation, Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers, a member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Chat. I'm Chase Clem with Gavin Evans and Nate Brackett. Call us, 865-483-8112, if you have questions for me or for these not-so-eligible bachelors. Maybe. 865-483-8112. Let's take a quick look at the state tournament brackets. We've got the Class 3A girls basketball bracket. Pull that back up there if we can. Sorry. On one side, we've got Science Hill, the Stone Memorial Panthers, Maryville, Whitehaven, Bradley Central, Lebanon, Brentwood, and Arlington. Gavin, give us some insight to the Class AAA state tournament. Who's going to win?
I'm saying Stone Memorial since they're close to home.
All right. Nate?
I'm going Whitehaven. I think they already played.
You got any reason to back that up?
Because I saw that they won.
All right. Nate's cheating. All right, let's take a look at the next one. In Class 2A, Gatlinburg-Pittman, Upperman, home of former Aqua Tiger Jeff Inman.
Yeah.
I think he coaches a handful of sports up there. Granger, Westview, Macon County, Maplewood, Melrose, and Nolansville. Gavin, break it down for us.
I'm saying Macon County's going to beat Maplewood.
Okay.
I'm saying that Melrose is going to beat Nolansville.
Okay.
I'm saying Granger is going to beat Westview, and Upperman's going to beat Gatlinburg-Pitt.
And some of these games have already happened, so I hope you're right. There you go, Upperman with a big win over Gatlinburg-Pittman.
I guess that's just because I picked them.
You know the bee's knees.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't Granger known for their women's basketball?
Of course they are. Let's take a look at Class A. In the Class A division, some of the teams we might be familiar with.
Yeah.
Greenfield, North Green, Clark Range, women's basketball powerhouse. Huntington, Loretto, the Oneida Lady Indians, as they make their return to the state tournament, with the guys as well. Both teams advance to the state tournament. Gibson County and Pickett County. I'm telling you, it's good for Oneida that they landed on the other side of Clark Range. They got a favorable draw in probably not having to play them until they were to possibly make it to the championship game. And a quick look at the men's bracket. Class 3A, Whitehaven, Cleveland, Hillsboro, and Maryville. And on the other side, Blackman, Mount Juliet, your own Oak Ridge Wildcats, and Houston. Your thoughts, Gavin?
I think Oak Ridge is going to beat Houston. Mount Juliet's going to beat Blackman. Maryville's going to beat Hillsboro. And Cleveland's going to beat Whitehaven.
Who's going to take it all?
I'm going to say Oak Ridge is going to take it all.
Nate?
I think Oak Ridge and Maryville will meet back up in the championship.
Ooh.
I think Maryville will win it again.
So the gold ball comes back to East Tennessee. All right, I like it. Let's take a look at Class 2A. Pearl Cone? I'm Ron Burgundy. Sullivan South, Woodell, York Institute, East Nashville, Greenville, Jackson Southside, and there's those Upperman Bees again.
Yep, I'm going to go with Upperman again. I'm going to go with Greenville on this one, and then York Institute, and Sullivan South, just because I don't know how to say the other one, Pearl Con or whatever.
Nate?
I've got Sullivan South and Greenville in the championship. Beat two big-time Knoxville teams the other night.
And Greenville, taking the ball home with them?
I'm going to go Sullivan South. I think they beat Alcoa the other night, if I'm right.
You may be. What do you think Coach K would, what would his breakdown be? He's probably more knowledgeable.
He's going to go York Institute just because he's old-fashioned.
Never would have known that. And finally, Class A, Monterey, BT, Washington, Hampton, Loretto, Clay County, East Robinson, Oneida, MAHS. Again, there's those Oneida boys. They were tough, and I hate to say it, but you all found that out firsthand during the basketball season. They're a tough group of men.
They are.
They play hard, and they were able to make it in. Harriman defeated by Hampton Monday in just a tough loss. I got to go there and call the game with their own sports and BBB Channel 12, and just never could get a lot going, but they had a great season. So congratulations to them on making it to the sub-state. And, it was a hostile environment. Probably 80-20 Hampton to Harriman people. So that's a look at the Class A state tournament brackets for the men and the women. If you have comments, I know we have some Oneida people that like to call in every now and then, 865-483-8112. Nate, let's talk about Tennessee basketball. It's been tough. It's seen better days.
It's definitely struggling right now.
We seem to peak a little bit.
It seems like everything we do good, something bad happens with it.
And, we beat Florida, and then we beat Kentucky. And then everybody's like, oh my gosh, we're back, we're going to make the tournament. And then we get, destroyed. I think the word would be destroyed. Anything by Auburn.
Right now, Bruce Pearl owns UT.
Should have never left.
We can't own Kentucky and Auburn at the same time.
No.
We just got to pick which one we'd rather.
But you know what? UT fans can't catch the coronavirus if they don't go to the tournament.
That's right.
Maybe that's what Rick Barnes was thinking.
Yep.
Know what I mean?
Well, no Tennessee no fans at all will be at the tournament now.
No fans. How would you like to play for no fans, Gavin?
Basketball, I'd probably like it because I think it's embarrassing when you screw up in basketball. But like football or something, I think it'd be horrible.
Be horrible. It might be better for you to play in an empty gym.
Yeah, it probably would because I don't have to listen to my father.
Shout out to Cameron.
Oh yeah, high pitched voice. She'll shut a gym down.
I think it's going to ruin the entire March Madness. The games. Players aren't going to. They aren't going to want to. They're going to want to play, but they're not going to be as into the game as they would be if fans were screaming in the gym. Especially the championship game, it's just going to be dead.
It's going to be dead, and a lot of times those Cinderella teams will play to the crowd, and they'll play to, they can feed off that, and now they're not going to have that. So you might want to look for a lot of chalk and just the higher seed wins, but there could be a Cinderella team sneak around or come up, and we'll see what happens.
I'm interested to see how the atmosphere of the games will be. It's just going to be the players there.
And the NBA is kind of looking that way too. Golden State, some of the more West Coast teams have already gone to some no-fan games. The CBI, which is worse than the NIT, just canceled their tournament. They just said, forget it, we're not playing. Nobody probably wants to play in that tournament anyway.
No.
So.
I just think it'll be boring. Boring for the players to even be a part of. And it ruins it for teams like ETSU won their conference the other night. First time in 2 or 3 years, and now those players won't even be able to play in front of their fans.
No. Steve Forbes, former assistant to Tennessee basketball. You knew that. Gavin, you knew that, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought. He went down with Bruce when Bruce lied about the barbecue.
Oh, okay, yep.
So I know you're a basketball connoisseur. Gavin, put this in your ear. We've got our first caller of the night. So let's jump right in. Let's see who it is. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, this is Maddie Webster.
Uh-oh, Maddie. How you doing, girl?
Yeah.
Hey, I heard you had a great basketball season. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. How'd you do this year?
Come on, Maddie.
Did you play well? Did you get a big trophy?
Yes.
How is it getting to play with your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Fun?
Yes.
All right. Hey, do you want to give a shout out to the two people sitting beside me?
Yes. We were undefeated.
Undefeated? That's got to be coaching, right?
Red. Yeah.
Maddie, what grade are you in this year?
Come on, Maddie.
First.
First grade, and you're growing really tall. Who's that crying in the background? Hey, Maddie.
What?
Who's that crying in the background? Is that your dad?
Yeah.
He's crying. That's who I thought it was. All righty. Well, hey,
No,
we
it's
do
Cash.
what? It's Cash.
Who you laughing at, Red?
She's calling you out on air, Gavin.
She is. She is.
Dang. All right, Maddie. Well, hey, we appreciate you calling in, okay?
See ya.
See ya. Maddie Webster.
She's a character.
All-American City League player
Yeah.
in the Rockwood Youth Basketball League.
Mm-hmm. The next Candace Parker.
I see her on Instagram. She's got moves.
She does.
She's got the fadeaway.
She's gonna be TikTok famous before we know it.
I don't know if
She's
that's
all over TikTok.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Let's go to our next caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, this is John from SOR, and I was just calling to see if, have y'all talked any Corona yet?
Well, we were waiting on the limes to come in, John, because you can't have a Corona without a lime. That's what I hear.
Is the coronavirus going to cancel March Madness altogether?
I think they're just going to have to do away with it.
Because I honestly think I would take coronavirus in order to keep March Madness.
You'd be willing to make that sacrifice for your country?
Yes.
Me
As
too,
long as
John.
everyone knew it was because of me.
Do you think Rick Barnes made the strategic move to miss the tournament because he foresaw the coronavirus?
Well, that's a good question. Only Rick and the good Lord will know the answer to that one.
That's
Let
true.
me tell you something. He's lucky that the NIT is not going to have any fans because none would show up for him.
Why are you hating on Rick Barnes tonight?
Complete total disappointment.
That's right.
Failed to recruit for 2 years, got blown out by the greatest Tennessee coach of all time, Bruce Pearl.
Tell us about it,
Didn't
John.
he play Buzz Peterson this year? Retirement Rick was in full fledged. I hate to say it. The nickname and the shoe fits, right? That's what they say.
I mean, he couldn't stay out late recruiting because he had to get back to Shady Grove retirement facility.
And now with Corona, he's at risk.
Oh, yeah.
The old people that we should be worried about, there's got to be a clause in his contract where if Corona gets him,
Yeah.
No buyout.
no buyout, and Bruce comes back.
Oh, it was just a barbecue. Hey, John, you're a big follower of the Atlanta Braves, aren't you?
I am.
Talk about their spring training today. They pulled a little fast one there on the Astros, didn't they?
Yeah, the trash throws, as some like to call them. They got worked by the Braves yesterday. But the Braves are more focused about themselves. They've got a big position battle at third base between Camargo and Austin Riley. I'm more of a Johan Camargo guy myself. He's in, as some would say, the best shape of his life this year. He's slim, he's trim. He's got to go off.
How's that farm system?
The farm system is unbelievable. They have so many chips that they don't know what to do with them all.
Any truth to the rumor that the Braves might sign free agent, former Brave, Andres Galarraga?
I have seen the videos of Andres on the Twitter, and his swing looks unbelievable.
The best swing.
he would hit cleanup in that lineup tomorrow.
Dang. Well, what else have we covered? The Titans. Is Tom Brady coming to the Titans?
Tom Brady. The Titans are going to sign Ryan Tannehill. They're going to slap him with that franchise tag. They're going to back the Brinks truck up, Derrick Henry, and they're going to win the Super Bowl next year.
What's the odds on that bet? I'd like to take it not happening.
The coronavirus doesn't take the whole team down.
Dang.
Also, I just got word from one of my from GoVols 5322 on BallQuest that the Tennessee baseball team will be playing in front of no fans this weekend.
Interesting. Can you confirm that?
I cannot confirm it. I haven't spoken with my sources, but if that is true, that is huge for the Vols.
Who do the Vols have this weekend?
3 games out South Carolina with no fans.
Bro. Just hope they pack their brooms.
Yeah, because it could be a sweep. That's not the only thing that's gonna be sweeping through wherever they play. What godforsaken town they're in, Columbia. Not just Corona, baby. The baseballs.
But them balls.
The best looking man in Knoxville is coming for your women, your team, and pink suits. Because he's going after everybody this year.
He's whooping them all.
He's
whooping them all. He's taking their women. He's saying hey to their mamas. He's kissing the babies, and he's going to Omaha.
Tony Vitello, the GOAT.
And if you ain't with Tony Vitello, he probably knows some guys because his last name is Vitello. And let me tell you something, there ain't nobody from around here with a last name like that.
That's true.
He's wicked.
Hey, on the way out, have you consulted any lately with part owner of the Green Bay Packers, part owner of the Boston Celtics, head coach Yoshiko Kamikawa?
You know, we've yet to get a statement from Yoshito Kamikawa on said coronavirus and the effects it could have on either team he is a part owner of, especially with the NBA playoffs ahead. You know, it's looking like they're going to do the whole no fans thing too, so that could cut into coach's revenue stream, if I'm being honest with you. He might have to cut back to 3 Mountain Dews a day and 1 Hershey's Cookies and Cream bar, but we're not at that point yet. We'll get there when we get there. Pray for the man. It could be deadly.
Thoughts and prayers for Coach Paul Kamikawa. All right, John, thanks for calling in. We got to pay some bills. We got to get a break.
Go Vols.
I'm telling you, since we've brought in Mr. Brackett and Mr. Evans, the calls have gone through the roof.
Yeah.
I attribute that to you guys.
It's in our blood.
Scared money don't make money. Speaking of money, we're going to take a quick break. Our phone lines are still open, 865-483-8112. It's the Locker Room Chat. Give us a call. We'll be right back.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
All I could think about was the pain. I thought I was dying. One minute, I'm eating a delicious ice cream sundae. Next minute, my brain starts exploding. I couldn't even finish my ice cream. They shouldn't be allowed to make ice cream that cold. Someone has to pay.
If you've been injured, call us and let us turn your wreck into a check.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
At Earl Duff Subaru, our reputation has been built on taking care of customers. We're Tennessee's only 9-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. This year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. This means you can be sure you'll have an excellent experience when you visit our store and be proud you're dealing with a company that gives back to local causes. Read our online reviews and come to Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, choose the 2020 Outback with financing as low as 0.9% at Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Chat. If you want to call in, 865-483-8112, and just give us some company while we're sitting here talking.
Gavin Evans, the smoothest man in the building.
That's how it is.
I think we've been brought back into the show that smooth all year.
I just got ice in my veins.
It's what you bring to the table, folks. A final at Legion Field in Kingston, Tennessee. Kingston defeats Gibbs High School in baseball 5-3.
It's a big win for Kingston.
Big win for the Yellow Jackets. They previously lost 9-0 at Gibbs. Able to come back to good old Rome County and pick up a big win.
That's a tough win. And I've heard Gibbs is a pretty solid baseball team.
Stout.
I was talking to some of Kingston's players, Kane Collins being one of them. He said that Kingston's a tough opponent for them, but he said a win would be nice from them, and it'd set them off good for the season. So I'm glad that the Yellow Jackets got a win.
I bet we could raise a ton of money in a foot race between you and Kane Collins.
I mean, yeah, because I'd probably smoke him.
Classic.
How much are you willing to bet on that?
However much I got in my wallet, which ain't a lot.
Whatever Mandy gave me for lunch this morning.
My lunch money.
Dang. We touched a little NFL with our previous caller, Tom Brady, the talk of the NFL right now. He's a free agent for really the first time in his whole career. Nate, what are your thoughts on where he lands and kind of what Tom Brady means to the game?
I'm saying Tom Brady's coming to the Titans. His old coach, he's going to come down here.
Yeah.
It's got a similar program like the Patriots now. The Titans are on the rise.
Interesting. So Tom Brady to the Titans.
Tom Brady.
No chance he stays in New England.
I'm saying New England's done with him.
I think so. I think Bill Belichick's set in his ways, and you know when he's done with you, he's done with you, even if you are Tom Brady. Which I like Tom. I don't like Bill Belichick. I think he's a jerk.
He's a jerk, but he's a good coach.
Well,
that's
I
for
like
sure.
Bill Belichick.
You would, Gavin. So where do you think Tom Brady lands, Gavin?
I think he'll go to the Titans, just like Nate said, because the old coach, and I think the Titans are starting to grow as a program, and I think by the end of it, the Titans will be a top NFL team.
A force to be reckoned with. Am I right, Brackett? So you're a Titans fan. Do we pull for the Falcons at all? Because you know they're right close by.
I'm not much of a Falcons fan.
I'm telling you, folks, the phone lines are lighting up tonight. I think they want to talk to Gavin. I'm just going to be for real.
It's the flow in the hair.
It's the flow. I noticed you cleaned up. I saw you the other day, and you looked rough.
I did. I looked like I was in a cave for a little while.
Yes, for a long time. I'm shocked that a woman came with you tonight, but now I can see you. Now you cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our calls. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
This is Cameron Evans.
Uh-oh, Cameron. Thanks for calling in tonight. What a privilege. Is that it? Is that all you have to say with your name?
That is, because I heard my name was mentioned, so I just decided to call in.
Are you calling live from the dormitories of ETSU, or are you in Rockwood?
I'm in Johnson City.
Okay, Johnson City. I'm sorry.
How's the coronavirus in Johnson City?
Well, we are about to get out of school, so I am packing my bags. They have emailed us and told us to get our stuff and get out.
How will that affect your sorority life and any formals and or parties you might have been planning to attend?
Go Bucks.
Well, considering I'll have to go back home, there will be no partying for at least until this dies down.
Oh, no.
Pat Lane.
So now, Cameron, you're in the transition where you're coming home from Johnson City back to Rockwood, where the house rules are going to apply all over again. Is that going to be a difficult transition going back under Aaron and Mandy's roof?
It will be a hard transition.
But I think as long as you eat your Wheaties and say your prayers, I think you can do it.
I agree.
All right, how's class going up there? Are you getting a lot of study in?
Yes, I currently have all A's.
Interesting. I don't know if I believe that.
I do not. Earlier she was freaking out in the family group message about her grades.
Okay, let's not fail to mention she's a former Lady Tiger.
Cameron Evans, former Lady Tiger.
Yeah.
The biggest Rockwood Tiger fan there is.
Definitely the loudest.
The
Rockwood Tiger fan
refs
there
know
is.
about it.
Yeah, they all know her name.
The refs know. All right, Cameron, do you want to shout anybody out before we hop off the phone lines?
I would like to shout out Nana Ray. She called me and told me I needed to call, so this is why I'm here.
Is she watching?
She is watching.
If anybody smokes cigarettes and bakes better cookies than Nana Ray, I don't believe it. She's a saint.
She made me a turkey
She is a
sandwich before I
saint.
came
You
up
were
here.
correct.
And you all need to always treat her with kindness and respect. Open her doors, carry whatever she needs, pull the chairs out.
Best brownies around.
Basically the opposite of how you probably treat people, Cameron.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Hey, Cameron also former Rockwood Park and Rec employee.
Yes.
One of the best.
Yes, the only one to weed eat for you.
That's true. Yes, that's true.
Why ain't you saying that at the house here lately?
All right, Cameron. Safe travels coming home. Gavin's got a big surprise waiting on you.
Okay, I'll see ya.
All right, bye.
We just got a letter in from the back here.
Let's hear it.
Go
Read
ahead.
it to us,
No,
Gavin.
no.
All right. March 11th, Middle Tennessee State University releases a statement earlier today detailing a contingency plan as they are putting in place out of concern for the coronavirus. And this relates to the TSSAA, the state tournaments that are going on in Murfreesboro. This is from Bernard Childress. If you don't know Bernard Childress, he's the TSSAA Executive Director. He's got a hateful email or two from my father throughout the years. So, he says, while our discussions with the professionals over the past days and weeks resulted in advice to continue with our games, this has become a very fluid situation. The university is permitting the girls' state basketball tournament to continue, added Childress. Our plan at the moment is to finish the quarterfinal round. We'll be continuing to review all available information tonight and tomorrow so we can make a determination about how the rest of the tournament will proceed. So we kind of make light of the situation, but it is starting to impact a little bit closer to home. Yep. We see that your sisters come home from college. We're talking about, we're debating playing a state tournament. We're canceling games all around, canceling classes all around. So starting to hit a little closer to home.
I read something where the coronavirus tripled in the United States here in the past week.
What are we up to, 31 or 32 deaths?
Yeah. I mean, it's rough, but I don't really know what to say about that.
Now, Gavin, we've talked a little bit about tonight where Nate's collegiate plans might be. Have you given that any thought, what you want to do after school upon graduation? You're a junior. You've got another year to kind of think about it. What do you think is in the future for Gavin Evans?
Well, I'm planning on going to TCAP as a dual enrollment next year and get my machinist certificate. And if anything pops up for baseball, I mean, I would gladly play at a college for baseball. I mean, but then again, I don't think that my talents are good enough, so I'm just being real with myself, and I'm just going to go ahead and try to get a certificate and then find a job and get to work.
Start stacking that paper, as they call it.
Yeah, and go cheer on cousin Nate at ETSU.
Maybe we can work something out where Nate doesn't go anywhere without you going with him.
Yeah, I tried talking him into that.
Still.
I told him it's a
gotta
package
carry
deal.
on forever.
We've had that with women. It's just
Interesting. Oh, God. Might be time to take our final break of the night after that note. 865-483-8112. We're going to take our last break of the night. Give us a call. The phone lines are blowing up tonight. You're not going to want this. Is must-see TV tonight, folks. We'll be right back.
At Earl Duff Subaru, our reputation has been built on taking care of customers. We're Tennessee's only 9-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. This year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. This means you can be sure you'll have an excellent experience when you visit our store and be proud you're dealing with a company that gives back to local causes. Read our online reviews and come to Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, choose the 2020 Outback with financing as low as 0.9% at Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
I was out with some friends. Nothing crazy. I was just out for some dinner. The pain was excruciating. It was like someone poured liquid hot magma into my mouth. That pizza was way too hot. I couldn't even enjoy my leftovers. Somebody's got to pay.
If you've been injured, call us and let us turn your wreck into a check.
Really? Again? Hey, if I had automotive style suspension like the new Simplicity, plus a free floating mower deck for the best cut, I'd be all that too.
Well,
And if I had the expertise and advice of his Simplicity dealer, maybe he'd look forward to hanging out with me.
you don't have a Simplicity dealership.
Good point. Huh.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is your gift destination. Shop the new plush selection for that special someone. We have Bath & Body Works popular fragrances and custom gift baskets too. Live and Let Live has a wide selection of gift and home decor for any occasion, from yard flags to selected jewelry, plus much more. We have Big Orange giftware always available year-round. And don't forget to enjoy a soda fountain treat while you shop. Live and Let Live Drugstore, Gift Shop, and Soda Fountain in downtown Rockwood.
For 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods has been a leader in supplying the highest quality equipment and apparel for sports teams throughout East Tennessee. Athletes, fans, and coaches alike rely on the knowledge and experience that only Reno's can provide. For the best in team sports, shop Reno Sporting Goods.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Welcome back again to the locker room chat. Just call in to 865-483-8112 to give us some company and to get us through this night.
All right, and before we get back to anything, Nate Brackett's got some house cleaning items we got to take care of. Nate, we're doing this only because you're here tonight, but tell us about this one-time special offer.
We have a limited time. Get a full-page digital and displayed on BBB TV for $15 a week. No setup fee, no hidden costs, and you can run the ad as long as you wish. That is $90 a month in savings. So please give us a call at 865-483-8112 if you'd be interested in this slam dunk of a deal.
And also, for those who have a commercial, take advantage of BBB TV 12's $5 winter sale while you still can. Spring's right around the corner, Gavin.
It is.
This isn't going to last long. Right now, you can run a commercial on Channel 12 for only $5 a spot, whichever program you choose. For example, the evening news, Gavin's favorite, Gospel USA, Nate's favorite, Ciderville, Let's Go Fishing, Off the Glass, and yours very truly, the Locker Room Chat. So please give us a call at 865-483-8112. Some restrictions do apply, as you must already have a commercial to get this rate. However, if you do not have one, BBB can produce a new commercial. Additional production costs would apply. Batteries not included. Interesting.
Yep.
So we had somebody text in on the secret text line. They wanted me to ask you all what you all thought about the IBA drill.
Oh, the IBA drill. That's a
IBA drill.
I like that drill.
We'll talk about it, Gavin, because there's millions of people watching, and I don't know what that is. So give me the rundown.
What happens is you get on the center of the floor under the goal, and someone has to go and touch the block, and the other person has to roll the ball out. And you have to come in, you have to set up a charge, and the person who gets the ball has to shove you. And then someone rolls the ball down the court, and you got to run, and you have to lunge out, and you got to bat the ball before it goes out of bounds. And if you don't do it to Coach K's liking, you got to redo it.
I never, ever in Rockwood High School history did he say I did it right the first time. Not one time. Gavin always went with me. I never did it right.
He didn't do it right.
Did you ever lay into him and, really?
Well, I had to make him hit me because my charges aren't good enough. I had to get obliterated.
I'm surprised they even made Nate do the drill. He's kind of a,
Hey, he always told me to preserve my energy. And then when I did, he's probably about to call in.
If you touch Nate Brackett in a basketball practice, you're getting crucified.
We're hoping we can get Coach K to call in on this last segment. That would just top the night off if we could get Coach Paul Comacall to call in.
Oh, Coach K.
Oh, Coach K. And I didn't play basketball in high school. I don't meet a lot of the qualifications. I'm short. I was overweight, amongst other things. But I did get to watch you all practice the day after Thanksgiving, and Mr. Evans spent a lot of time pushing the tire. Tell me about that.
Tire's a rough place to be.
Yeah?
And I was there a lot for either getting mad or not boxing out, not screening out, anything. Everything was adding up against me, and I was on the tire one time 6 times in one day. I mean, it was...
Beginning of the season, Gavin, he wasn't very used to Coach K, so... No. And Gavin doesn't like when other people tell him what to do. So Hayden Lee, he was a 4-year senior. Gavin was sick the day before, so Gavin didn't know what to do in a drill. And Hayden didn't yell at him, but he kind of raised his voice and said to get wherever he's supposed to be. And Gavin turned around and yelled back at him and told him to calm down, and basically told Coach K to calm down too. Coach K just ended practice. We all went home. We tried to stay and try to make Coach K happy, but he yelled at us, told us to get out of there.
I knew I was already in a bad place with him, so I just got out of the room. I hit the road. That was the first one out.
So Gavin started our year off.
Just got thrown out of practice.
Kicked out of practice.
And he knew it. Everybody else was trying to stay and be leaders, and Gavin's like...
Me and Coach K are close. I knew that it was bad, so I got out of there.
Cody White, the two that caused the most trouble, first ones out of the doors.
He was gone.
I knew Coach K. He's my best friend. I had to get out of there.
Gavin hit the road for the duck blind. Gavin, not a lot of people know about this. We cover a wide variety of sports on the locker room chat, as you can see by the lockers behind us. We cover a lot. One thing we don't always get into is the sport, and I'll call it a sport because it's a sport.
Oh, it is.
Of hunting.
Yep.
Now, you're an avid hunter. Deer hunter. Raccoon? You coon hunt?
I have before, yes.
With Jacob Andrews?
Yep.
But you're really passionate about duck hunting.
Yes.
And I hear there might be a little business that you have.
Oh, yeah. Me and my best friend, Jace, we're going to start us a duck call business. Right Calls, actually. And
interesting.
We're based out of Rockwood, Tennessee, at Jerry's Bait Shop.
Interesting.
And we got our call made, and we're starting our first order here soon, so we'll be out in the market, and y'all come check us out.
Big Gavin will be pushing duck calls out of his trunk.
Got to shout out Right Calls, Sassy Susie.
Is that the name of the duck call?
First call coming out, Sassy Susie.
So how'd you get into duck hunting?
My dad started duck hunting when he was, I think he was right out of college, somewhere around in there, and so he was just dying to get me out there, and I went on my first duck hunt when I was 5, and I seen my first duck die when I was 5, and ever since then I've went.
It's been on.
Yeah.
If you get on YouTube, you can see Gavin hunting when he was about 5 or 6 years old.
I was 5.
Sipping on a Dr. Pepper. When I say sipping,
slurping.
I mean slurping the Dr. Pepper.
That's got to be more classic than the Will Warner Reno commercial.
Yes. Yeah, it's a classic.
Dang.
That's where it all started. And ever since then, I've been hooked.
And you go to Arkansas, you travel out of town to do that?
Yeah, I've been to Arkansas. We go there every year. And
I think Jacob's been 17 times this year already.
Yeah, he got on a lease out there this year.
But he don't ever kill anything, though.
No, he's
just
he's slacking him. He's slacking
He just likes to go to some diner down there.
Yeah, it does. There's great food in Arkansas. If you ever want some good catfish, just go to Lindsay's in Des Arc, Arkansas.
Longtime Rockwood Tiger supporter Brian Matthews says he'll take 2 duck calls.
Okay.
He might need one to get into duck hunting.
He might. I'll take him. I like old Brian.
He's a good one. He's always got your back.
He does.
All right, well, we got a couple more minutes of the show. Let's take the last few couple minutes to shout out anybody that might be watching. I know y'all got the family text line going.
Yep.
Gavin, you got some special people here watching you tonight. Give us a little shout out the door.
I got a shout out to my girlfriend Kaylee. She decided to come up here with me because
number one supporter.
Yeah, we were supposed to hang out tonight, and then I decided to come up here, so I felt bad, so I invited her. I'd like to shout out my dad. He's down in the dump right now.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. And shout out to my mom, my sister who's gonna be traveling home from Johnson City, and my other sister Carson. She's at Park West, trying to get people better from the corona.
Big Hunter.
Oh yeah, Hunter. Hey, Hunter's a real one. He's like my brother. Yeah, that's all I got.
No Buck.
Oh, and I got in trouble last time because I didn't shout out my boys, Blaine and Parker, Poncho and Lefty. They're my boys. I like them too.
Interesting. Nate, what about you?
I want to give a shout out to all of my family back home and our extended family. We have about 50 people in our family now, between boyfriends, girlfriends. I mean, it seems like it just keeps growing. Everybody's having babies, and it'll just continue.
Dang. Colt, Cash, Maddie.
Yeah, Colt and Cash.
We got a bunch of kids everywhere.
Let's just hope that's all for now.
We got to give a shout out to our dogs back home too.
Yeah,
all of them.
The dog group.
The literal dogs, or like your friends at school, your dogs?
Yeah, we call them the dogs. That's what everybody calls us.
Oh, slang.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, we got just under a minute left. I want to do something pretty cool, I think. I just came with this in my head. We all know Aaron Evans and we all know Larry Brackett. Give me your best Larry Brackett impression.
Are you freaking kidding me, Gavin?
That it?
Yeah.
What about Aaron Evans?
Aaron, there's no real impression. The only impression for Aaron is him yelling at Gavin over fighting his sisters.
What's that sound like, Gavin?
Come on, Gavin. Are you kidding me?
It's usually always about Gavin. When we were younger, Gavin would always get in fist fights with his sisters. And it would usually end up, he'd get in a fight with Carson, but then Cameron would jump in.
And beat you up.
And then Carson and Gavin would get on Cameron because Carson didn't like that Cameron hit Gavin.
Interesting. Well, folks, we'd love to talk more about families, but that's going to do it for tonight's edition of the Locker Room Chat. Join us next Wednesday. I'm Chase Clem, Nate Brackett, Gavin Evans. Good